And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On the visitors' sideline, Patriot head coach Mike Vrabel. These guys have really hit their stride, winners in 7 of their last 9. Across from him on the Bucs sideline, Todd Bowles. His guys ready to... The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Here's Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's good.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go play action. Mayfield finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Sterling Shepard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year of the NFL now.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. A give up the middle to Gibson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle, and they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The tight end Henry here in motion. They're going on 4th down. May. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent. did they gas themselves out? You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Milton Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw, it's May. Gets this complete to Butte. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the Patriots, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep. And they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
On the draw, it's Gibson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for a Patriots 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibson. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing here is May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
3rd and inches.
Now May on the sneak. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Patriots 1st down. A gain of 1 yard.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bucs 23-yard line.
Gibson toss right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
For the Patriots field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Patriots
So
3.
they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Into space at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mayfield now from the 50. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up second down. The Buccaneers at 6-2 to start play. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And 8 yards to go.
Mayfield to throw it. That's caught. It's a rookie from Oregon. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line.
That's good.
That one good for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mayfield. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Baker going to give it to Irving. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
That's another Buccaneers.
Throwing, Mayfield. To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Now Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
First down.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hand.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The sack recorded, it's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Well, this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
50 yards on the play. And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. Quick slant to Otten. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Mayfield now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a first down.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it.
Mayfield's pass.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Patriots' 8-yard line.
A run up the middle with Irving. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Sterling Shepard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Patriots 3.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Jones breaking from the contact. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Patriots first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll throw with May. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And he makes the score 21-10. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll try to pick it up himself. Powering forward. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A gain of 9 yards. And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 43.
And this is Shepard on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
It's a loss of a yard.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
3rd and 4.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
That is caught. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards there for number 15.
Complete to Tez Johnson. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And even 100 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. He'll drop to throw. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
For the Buccaneers field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
Patriots 10.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. Now 3rd down and 7.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
In motion comes the tight end left. Here's May. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
Formation for the Patriots.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
That one a first down pickup of 8. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Mayfield. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now 2nd and 5. And again, it's Mayfield. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 42.
And a first down.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon.
Looking to throw. May. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And the Patriots first down. An 8-yard pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's May. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure. Stephon Diggs. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown, New England.
Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. A look at Sterling Shepard as he and this offense gets set to go again. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us.
At the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
Mayfield to throw it. Little out route here, complete to Shepard.
A gain of 3 yards. Complete to Sterling Shepard. First and 10.
Mayfield.
41-yard line.
Completes this again to Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Handoff running left, Irving. Down to about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Irving. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the
From the 20, here's a second down and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Brings up third down and 4.
Throwing. Mayfield. He'll try and do this himself. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a first down. First down and goal to go.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop it,
and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To the air, May. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Patriots send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Johnson to return it. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
At the 39-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
Now we give Irving running right. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
17 yards. And a first down.
Mayfield now. And that'll be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throw out right. It's brought in by Otten. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cade Otten, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
31. Patriots.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And Cade Otten capped things off with a touchdown grab. Able to slither by. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Patriots first down. A gain of 18 on the play. And a Patriot first down.
Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 55 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
At the 19-yard line.
Throwing here is May. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Kayshon Boutte, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go.
Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Patriots 24.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 34-yard
on the handoff, this is Irvin. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
7-yard gain. That's good for a first down. 1st and 10.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's a pickup of
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw, Mayfield. And he rifles one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Pats at the line ready to go. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Patriots first down. A gain of 7. First down, Patriots.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Patriots first down.
They'll throw with May. Short pass caught by Henry. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw here. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll try and do this himself. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
A gain of 6. That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Ball carrier. The tackle by Zion McCollum. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Buccaneers' 42-yard line.
2nd down and 8. Here's Dobbs to throw. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now Dobbs. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Dobbs. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Irvin. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. This now a 3rd and 4. Now Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there on a Buccaneer first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's Mayfield. Quick completion here to Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
14 more yards.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Harold Landry in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
3rd down.
Now back to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock.
This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Gets this complete to Butte. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Dobbs. Back to Gibson, and another catch for him. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Patriots first down.
To throw is Dobbs. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Over the middle, complete. That's Douglas. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Gibson here running out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive can take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Now Dobbs. Touchdown! Keyshawn Butte. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the
Mayfield.
25-yard line.
That's complete to Otten. An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
Now Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of a yard.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New England's offense set to go. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Dobbs. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Dobbs is throwing. He gets this complete to Diggs. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Short pass caught by Henry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. Back to throw Dobbs. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
He was brought down at the 26. A 6-yard pickup.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Patriots who will have first crack at it as we're back underway here in overtime. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Gibson again. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Patriots send out their punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Number 7, Bucky Irving. It's a pickup of 6.
On the ground, and he loses the football a second time. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Stuck for a loss by the safety, Antoine Winfield Jr.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Yaya Diaby. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Bucs take over.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
30-yard line.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Mayfield looks to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
That's good for a first down.
Here's Mayfield running the option right. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a third down.
3rd and 3.
Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They run out of the gun with Irving. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
He's brought down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Once again, it's Irving. And he stopped immediately there. He had a minimal gain on first down. Now they stop him for no gain. What do you think, going in a different direction on 3rd down?
Could very well be. I'll guarantee he's asking for the ball 3rd time to try and make up for the first 2. But his QB might very well say, well, my man, maybe next series. Let's try someone else on this play.
On 3rd down, they go with Irving. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for Tampa Bay, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew,